Steven. This shows you the A12 back and how to load the film onto it. I'm going to quickly go over the back so you know the parts and the names that I will use. I assume that you bought the A12 as well, as you'll be using 12 exposures on a 120 film. On this side we've got the retaining ring. Basically you flip that up and you turn it and the insert will come loose from the back. You can then take the insert out. There's a metal plate here. This is where the film will sit flush, and it will expose the film. There is a bar here. This is the spool and this is the gear. The spool, obviously, when you've taken out an exposed film, is empty and will sit on the wrong side. So you need to take this spool and remove the empty spool to the other side of the insert. It's spring loaded, so you can just push this. Sometimes it's two parts if it's all the back, but the mechanism is the same. You can take that out, insert it into the other side. Yeah, it needs to sit flush with the gear here, so if it rotates then it works. There's a little red arrow or triangle here, I don't know if you can see that. That's where you're going to align the starting position bars of the actual film. And also that tells you that you need to be on the gear side, so that will help you remember in the beginning on which side the spool has to be. I think after 2 times you remember. Furthermore, we need to be aware of the orientation of the film. So you take the sticker off or whatever holds the film. You take the little lip here, and the black side is what you want to be loading onto your flat metal surface. So basically what we do is we've brought the spool to the other side. We put the film in, you lift that up, locks in, and then you can pull the film underneath all the way across the flat plate. Now you go back to your retaining ring and you open up the retaining here, so you put it straight again. That opens up the bar here, and that will hold your film on this side. So you can pull it across and underneath. I don't know if you can see that, but my film is going underneath this bar here. Very important. And then you turn it over and you pull that film until the starting bar on your film aligns with the red arrow. Yep. There it is. The arrow now is flush with the starting bar. That moment you can lock it. That means your film will be held flat against the surface here. That bar actually goes down. That way, the film is actually tight. Now you find your opening in your spool. There's a little slot here. You put a bit of your film in, and then you rotate. There's sort of like a carved line already on the film which should hold it. I usually hold it down a little bit before it slides out, depending a bit on the brand of film. And then you roll it, so you gear it up, and it should tighten. As soon as it tightens, you feel that your gear is tensioned, so the film sits relatively flat and the bars align with the mark. At that point you can basically insert this back into the A12. So let's try and do that. You put it back in. Notice that it should sit flush, because this needs to be tight. You'll feel if it's sitting alright, and then your retaining ring flips back and you close it. So that locks it in place. Basically, when you put it on the camera, you hold this to the right hand side so it doesn't have to be slammed on. You click it in the bottom and you let go, and that's locked. At that time you go to the other side. You still need to wind the film. over here you see the winding crank, and there's a little frame counting window, plus another small window on this side that tells you if your back is ready or not, or if the shot has already been exposed in case that you're running film through and you're switching back between shots. When the film is just loaded like this, it will show nothing. It's basically black. So we need to bring this to shot number 1. We fold up the winding crank, we start rotating, it locks. Yeah, that's the end of it. That will say shot 1. So you put it back in place. Yeah, sometimes you don't have this lock, but you just put it back in place behind the bar here. Shot number 1, wide. This wide window tells you that you're ready, so that needs to match with the wide window on your body. That can be red as well if you've just done a test shot or whatever. So you wind your lens and your shutter as well, and then it should be wide on that side. If either is red, you can roll when they are together. If either is white, you know that they are ready, but they always need to match. That's about it. You can start making some beautiful, seriously gorgeous looking square images. Okay, that's it for today. Oh yeah, you need to buy a whole lot of this film. Gorgeous film, yes. See you next time.